so excited. We've come to the home of boba tea. This is why I'm led to believe this is the original home of boba tea, the sensation that's gone across the world. And locals, they went to Natasha and Ann, who we're just about to meet, went to school just here, live here in Taichung. This is their local boba tea place. He's so excited, so good.
I didn't change the because this one has a foodie.
好，那其他它本身都是有咖啡因的
啊，这个是有咖啡因吗？
对，只有这杯
咖啡因多的。
没有，这是有咖啡因的。
啊，只有这个没有。
对，如果你要做，它原本有啊，如果你要不要茶的话，它可以帮你多铺茶。
这是什么东西？
这是也跟它一样是洛神的。
Well, that looks nice. So this is Michelle's honey latte. So it's having a little honey sprinkled on the top. Look at that. Thank you. I mean, you can't beat the home, the birthplace of boba tea, bubble tea as we call it in Australia. It's got a sort of foam head on it, almost like a beer head. It's so smooth. Now Michelle's not a big tea drinker, so she's gone for a honey latte, which is not an original. I think it's one of the more sort of what do you call contemporary designs. But look, but I love my boba tea. So this one, it's got those lovely pearls in the bottom. Let's get that in. Oh, there's a little bit of ice in there as well. So here goes. I can't really be disappointed, can I? Oh, all the little tapioca balls. Did you see them coming up the straw? Delicious. Made even more delicious by we've got lovely company. We've been brought here by some locals. So Michelle's going to have to try her honey latte. It's got a little lattice of honey on the top. Now, has this got tapioca pearls in the bottom?
I don't think so.
I'm going to try.
Oh, wow, that's good.
Is that good?
That's good.
Let me try. Let me try.
Taste the honey.
Oh, wow. That is lovely. That's sweet honey. Okay, I know where we're coming tomorrow for boba tea. And we've got this lovely lady to thank for bringing us here today. And her sister, Ann, who is coming, maybe on the way. She might have beaten us to it and already had her tea and left, but we got here. Thank you very much. That's a really lovely environment in there. So I'm just going to do a little outro and say thank you to Ann and Natasha for bringing us here. Our hotel, being so close to the home, the birthplace of boba tea, is so good. That is absolutely delicious. The people here are really sweet, very kind, very friendly. The feeling, it's got a sort of like almost like it's in a temple, the building. You can see, really beautiful looking decor.
I just told her
I even like there's the Aussie flag, British flag, Japanese, Korean, all the flags of all the nations. That's really nice as well. I'm wondering if that's actually because there are actually drinks on different parts of the map, so that may be the locations where they have stores around the world. I could be wrong, so correct me, but I can see one in Australia, I can see one in the UK, several in America, nothing in South America, Africa even, look, so all over the world. And of course, the king there in Taiwan. Okay, so we're leaving High River Hotel. Stayed here a bit longer than we should have, really, Michelle. Time to hit the road. Yeah. So, out of the hotel, I have to say, we had a really good stop in Taichung, and I love this city and wish we could stay longer. However, we cannot. So it's nice to be back out on the bikes. No saddle sore, feels comfortable. So there's possibility that we're going on this beautiful old refurbished rail track up here by the looking of the map direction. I love the way these sidewalks are designed for bikes to ride on, so they've all got sort of graduated slopes. Yeah, so here ahead of us is the 1908 train connection, and I think the GPS wants us up on there. Let's have a little look. And I actually think, no, it doesn't. But along here, this is an old railway track, and it runs for many kilometers. And it's a beautiful walkway. We filmed in a live stream, but we didn't actually go up there and film, unfortunately. But it's quite amazing. There's river networks. I think we've got to be on this path, Michelle, rather than up there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Although up there would also make sense. That is cycling up there, isn't it? Let's go up there. Well, it's probably less breaks, less crossings. And I do think, does it say, no bicycles? Bicycles prohibited. Okay, so we can't go up there. It's a very small sign, mind you. I could have ignored it. I might have got into trouble. Just recollect what a wonderful time we've had in Taichung. I want to thank the people we've met here. Hawker, Anne, Antoinette, all the people at the hotel. There's Amy, Chan, Nicole, and other people. Maybe I didn't make a note of their names. I want to thank us. Thank you for making the stay here in Taichung so memorable and really wanting to return. We've got a long cycle ahead if we can today. It's about 80 kilometers. I don't think we'll do it all. I don't think we've probably got the strength in us with these saddlebags to do that sort of distance, but we'll probably do a good 50, maybe a little bit more. It's around about 10 o'clock in the morning. We had a nice, slow, easy start to the day. We haven't really had breakfast, but we've had coffee and we've had a few snacks, a little bit of chocolate. That's okay. There. Hello. Good morning. I think there's a bit of an event on up here because it's the weekend. And from what I saw, they were setting up stands as well. So that'd be another good reason to keep people like us off of the route. Now here is one of these crossings they have where they don't have a red man or a green man on this crossing, but what you have to do is wait for the green light there to go red, which means basically now we can cross. So it's a trust-based system. around here. No parking on the sidewalk. Wow, that wouldn't go down well in Vietnam. Cars, bikes behind you, Michelle, come over. Morning. So these are the U-bike, the hire bikes that people can use in the city when they're here as well. It's kind of cool. And you can go huge distances. Now let me just check what the GPS is saying. Should be just saying keep on going for miles and miles and miles.
It's been a good rest.
It's been a good rest, but how are you feeling? Quite,
Good.
yeah,
Yeah.
soft, right? Everything's gone,
Yeah.
nothing's aching particularly? Yeah, our hands, I think the hardest thing, my hands are red, and actually the tips of my fingers have gone to sleep. A bit like when you play guitar, they've gone dead on the tips, and I think it's from resting on the handlebars for so many hours. So my hands have taken quite a beating. Michelle's as well. One of her fingers is gone to sleep.
I think I like a slightly higher riding position.
Definitely, we did try to get higher riding handles, but the bike company didn't have them. I really highly recommend you have some risers on these, or a completely different style of handlebar. This is not a great handlebar for touring. The simple flat handlebar like this is absolutely useless for distance touring, because you're always leaning your body weight onto the handlebars. So you're always sort of instead of being upright, if you were here, you could keep your body upright, and then all your weight is taken off of your hands. But here, you're doing hours upon hours, and you find yourself trying to adjust your fingers up like this. But what that does is it blocks the circulation to your fingertips. I never knew this before, really. I get tingling in my hands sometimes when I do cycling, but I've only really done hour, 2 hour cycling before. I haven't done sort of 5, 6, 7 hours of cycling. And what that does is stop the blood from getting up to your fingers and gives you all sorts of little problems. So I highly recommend you can get extensions on the end of these handlebars. I don't know if the camera will pick it up there, but you can get extensions that come up and rise, and then you can rest your hands up here a lot more comfortably. That would be my advice. Not my advice, it would be an essential thing. And if we could actually buy them, morning, if we could actually buy them, this couple on the U-bikes keep getting ahead of us, and then we gradually catch them up at the traffic lights. And actually, if we go nice and slow, Michelle, it's what we usually do. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're away. It never seems to do the 1, or did I miss it? Straight to 38. So they're destined to stay only one set of traffic lights ahead of us. These are the U-bike stands. You actually just saw them there on the right. And you can use your Easy card, which is a simple sort of like a public transport card you get here in Taiwan. And just tap them. You have to register it with your passport or something like that, but so they know who you are. You can't just find one on the floor and steal a bike. But once you've got a registered card, you can just tap them, and they're very cheap to use. I think it's like, 50 cents for an hour or something bizarre like that. So really practical. And they spread, the network spread all over the country. It's not just one city, they're everywhere. So I don't even think there would be any real problem in cycling city to city. There may be a regulation, you have to check that, but as far as I could tell, you could, because you can rent them for a 24-hour and longer period, I think you could probably cycle from city to city. I believe they're made by Giant Bicycles, because Giant is headquartered here, as is almost every bike company in the world, headquartered somewhere in Taiwan, and actually many of them are headquartered here in Taichung. I'm feeling fit as a fiddle today. And above us is the new railway line, so it runs it ran, should I say, consecutive with that park. And give a little thing of my, sure what side this guy's gonna go. No, whatever bloody way he wants to. Here we are again, back with our friends. I have to say, I'm really feeling a lot fitter after that rest. Not at all aching. Oh, there's a 50-second count ahead of us. Almost a minute. Lordy. And I think we're losing our friends. They're heading off to the right. 37. Now, I don't even know if this video quality, we've never done a tour where I've hung the camera on the front of me like this, and I noticed the first 3 or 4 days the quality has not been that good. When I say not that good, I didn't have the horizon leveling on properly, so it was all over the place a bit, and things were blowing in front of the lens when I particularly wanted it to be tidy. So whether you'll ever get to see this, do you want to get this one? Okay. So sometimes you've got to look ahead and anticipate these traffic light changes, because they can be a long and tiresome wait. If you get them just on the cusp, generally we found you can go across, because the directional traffic for the vehicles themselves doesn't change for another, and this is not advice by the way, but it doesn't change for another 20 or 30 seconds. So even though we'll get stopped there, no cars will pass us for a good sort of 30 seconds. There's a sort of safety thing for making sure pedestrians and bikes are. I think I want to get a bit of speed up. I'll see if Michelle's in the mood. I just feel like we're dawdling a bit. We might as well get some speed up and get out of the city. We're gonna pick it up. Gonna pick up the speed a bit. See, we seem to be dawdling and there's no real reason for it. It's a little confusing here as to where we're supposed to be. I think generally it's the pinky section, the sort of reddy pink floor, but who knows. Anyway, so I think we're starting to get to the outskirts already, maybe. I don't know. It looks a lot flatter. Hello. It's funny when you ring a bell just to sort of warn people that you're going by them, not to frighten them, and then they sort of step over to the left towards where the bell came from. We seem to be going into, it looks like an airport pickup, but it's I think a railway pickup station. There's also a little sort of spaghetti network of roads here, so we could be on the wrong road, but I don't think so. but we found our way over the bridge, but that was so difficult. And neither Google nor Komoot could navigate to this path. But you can see now, there is a brown sign on this bridge saying Bikeway Route 1. This happens when you have these multiple level highways, and also coming to a station where every road divides into at least 2, sometimes 3 separate pathways, and the GPS just can't handle it. Ooh, ooh. So we got a couple of hours under our belt now, so I think what we're going to do is look for a coffee stop. I've just done a Google search for PXmart, that's our favourite little coffee store, and it is a Saturday, so it's buy one get one free. Yeah, so we're getting all the usual suspects, the 7-Elevens, there's a McDonald's up ahead, all the fast food chains. Touring bike parking, Michelle. Should we take our bottles in or leave them out here?
Right out here, I think.
Okay. So PXmart. No entry that way. Hello. Can I get some coffee? Coffee? Coffee, two. So it should be buy one get one free today, 35. Way, perfect. So we're only 35 for 2 coffees, which is perfect. Thank you, 谢谢. Ah, it's got coffee cups there. Beautiful, thank you. Okay. So what you do here is Michelle's got us a nice seat. You pop over here, put your coffee down here, and you've got a barcode. So scan it there, and away. Now, trust me, this is consistently strong, delicious coffee. If I went into 7-Eleven, 35 for 2, it's probably going to be 45 for 1 in 7-Eleven, and 9 times out of 10, it just tastes of water. So I'm not sure why she gave me cups from there. There are cups. You can normally get your cups and lids and holders and little bags to take things out. Oh, yes. So you get a nice long shot, and it's not too watery. And then, so you've got one QR code. You're welcome to have that QR code if you want to come here and get a coffee, although I think it only works for the one-off effort.
Take that.
Yeah, you take that, Michelle. So the milk goes in. Nice cafe latte, good and strong. A little bit of a crema on top. Stop short, look at that. Oh, that smells strong. Now, if I had that in 7-Eleven, I guarantee you that would smell like a cup of milk that's had a coffee bean sort of gently waved across the top of it. 35, we're talking about, what, $1.50, maybe about $1.10 US, $1.20 for 2 cafe lattes, and that'll be Saturday and Sunday. I think it's only a sort of Halloween special, but we're making the most of it. They've got these little hot rings because the coffee is pretty hot actually, so I do tend to use these as well. Our first rest of the day. Sweaty. Have I got like a hat ring around there?
You've certainly got a hat ring.
We can't help it. I mean, look at Michelle. We look like a pair of sort of like shabby tramps really, but oh, that coffee's good. Cheers, everybody. So we're done. We've had a coffee and we're going to hit the road. It is sunny, but we've got our hats on, a little bit of sun cream. We've got to get over the road on the other side. So we've had this debate with other travellers about whether it's, and I said at the beginning of this journey, is it less interesting to be on these sort of busy roads or, you know, city town roads? I don't know. I'm sort of half of me is thinking they're probably right. It would be nicer to be in smaller, simpler roads, but I don't know. Another part of me is this place is kind of interesting. I don't know, I'm struggling. Did we make the right decision? I mean, look at these guys here making the pot stickers. Ideally, that's what we should have for our ride along. Are you hungry still, Hannah? Not really, I'm not, no. No, they look nice. So she's making little fried dumplings. There's always something, with every sort of 30 meters or so, there's something else happening. And I both like it and understand why. Why would you like it? Just look on my peripheral there, where Scooter was coming. I think I'd probably advise people to go on the country roads, unless you like what you're seeing. For me, I think I made the right decision, but I think I'd advise most people, for safety and, you know, simplicity, go on the country roads. But they can be just as, little Tesla coming out, they can be just as hard. I'll take the next left. So we've got a left. What I tend to do when there's a left like this is I sort of squeeze onto the little side road, and then what Michelle and I will do is cross over at the zebra crossing, a red bra crossing. So there's one just here. This guy. Oh, thought he was coming then, he certainly wasn't. There he is. Little travelling temple, something like that, who knows. Okay, end of the day. So I sat over here because, oh, little story, coils. So the mosquito started biting again tonight. And a lovely lady over the road, lovely lady over there gave me some coils. I went to try and buy some, but they only had these big tins of about 200 coils. So I said to her, they're a bit big, so she gave me a couple and lit it for me as well. How sweet. So we're gonna camp tonight in this field. It's a little park area. You can't probably see them, the bikes brightly coloured. Michelle stands out quite well, so the yellow over there. So we've come away from the field a bit though, because we were getting bitten quite heavily, and we're not far off the route. You can just about hear the hum of the cars over there. I'm just hoping that this is a good little spot and we don't get too much disturbed in the morning or even through the night. So there we go, interesting day. Approximately, I think it's day 8. I'm just about to do a little live stream diary update for everybody. See you tomorrow. Take care. Nice little stop last night though. Very quiet, apart from the road noise. No sort of interruptions from people, dogs. Early in the morning, at 7 o'clock I would say, I started seeing these lads rocking up, and then in quite big numbers.